organized everything. So I believe you understood. My screen is small, so I'll just give a moment for you to have my workflow, how I did it. Okay, so you can pause and look at it, and we will get back to the donut. So how we can improvise that in here, we can use that mask tool to color also. So that's what I want to show you in here as a continuation. So I'll bring a mask along geometry or along geometry or feature, anything is good. You can get everything by the same method, but we know that here we have point group. We have point group called PT shaping, which is the middle one. So I'm going to use that middle one in the as our color based. So it's like I'll show you how what's my plan. All right, so I have that. See, it took from the PT shaping, the start point, which is this. Okay, which is there. See, start point, I took this because I know there is already, so that's why I'm lazy as of always. So what I'm trying to do is like I want to split colors, split up one color, middle one color, and down the same color, like this to one color and this one color. So how I can achieve that is I know that like now I have a separation of colors, right? Like in Photoshop, I say this is white, this is black, and this is white. Okay, so if you have black and white, or in Houdini it is red, black and red, it's a gold. It's gold for FX artist or anyone. In 3D modeling, this is gold. Okay, if you can separate it, this is gold. I know that this is white and red, but I told you, right, as for mask, if you look mouse, this is mask point. So for mask, this is basically black and red. Okay, so I will go color this up, and in the color previously we only did constant color, but now we're gonna go deeper to the ramp from attributes. So same way we can have colors as well, and like from black to white, or you can give a color, but I'll show you. So from attribute, and we know that attribute mask. So now you see this has been separated, and the best thing is like now you can play around with the colors. Just adjust the way you want. So I'll leave it. I will leave the color. I'll tell you in the end. But yeah, you see you have that different colors right now. I have to adjust the color, which is going to take a long time. So I will pause and do it later. Okay, and now we have, there is out base. Okay, and there is icing. So I have icing here, and I have so you can see here I made the base with the torus and changed and give a shape, like a mountain shape. And from the mountain shape, what I did is like I booleaned it with the grid, so that I will have the icing top part only. And then from the top part, I took the top part and I remeshed it because the edges was very bad, and then extruded it to make it because you know that this has a thickness. The icing part always have a thickness, so I give a thickness and subdivide it to make it more smooth and curved, and some more peak, because the here it was very thin. So I made it a little more fat, and then I give a noise, and then color, chocolate color. Okay, so that's what I did here. Icing. So icing and icing base. So green. So the blue will be the final, and red will be the like in the middle, right? I'm just coloring it so that we can understand later, right? So now we merge it. Suppose you have, voila. Yeah, man, isn't it good? Isn't it pretty? much better, right? And the beauty is still there, that we can always go back and forth and adjust it. Okay, it's a beauty, right? Like you can change the mountain, the noise or of the cutting, and noise or speak or anything, like basically anything you can go and go back and forth and change it. Now that we have the base and the icing, now we need sprinkles. There are different sprinkles, like this one is very fat, this one is tube based, this one is love heart shape based, and this one is mixed. And this one is also tube based. So the next part will be sprinkles. If you have a closer look, like let's take this one first. Okay, you can see there are a lot of like a rock or it's a rock kind of shapes all over. It's nuts, of course, I know it's nuts, but so this looks like rocks, and we know we can get it using a spear with a mountain. Okay, and one thing to be noticed that sizes are different, where it is facing is also different. It's everything is random, right? So this one is that, this we can't see, but yeah, we this is very easy to get. Okay, and the next one, we'll start with this tube and then we go to here. Okay, so it's going to be the same principle, and this we know we can create using a curve line and then PolyWire. Right, not exactly like this, because to get exactly like this, get into the detail, then you can see the end part is very thick and the middle part is always thin. So we are not getting into the details, because to get the details we need to put a lot of attributes on attributes, and we have to play a lot inside attribute warp, which we haven't reached yet. So we're gonna deal everything in here using using the tools we know and a little bit of extra nodes, which are not complicated, like attribute warp or vex. So I'm not going to use any warp or vex. I will be using some more Houdini inbuilt attributes, which I'm going to explain in this way, right? So we have our icing and the base ready. So now we are looking for something like this, right? So we need to scatter points, and if you notice that, like, the end part is there's no scattering occurs, and it has a shape, it has a really different shape than than we can get using a scatter. Like if we scatter upon points on it, then you can see I hope you can see this. You can see I'll do this one so you can see better view. Okay, so you can see it is applying to the surface. The points are applying to the surface, which also in here also we don't need in here, right? We only need on the top part where we need it. So scatter with no support doesn't help us to get what we want. And of course we can use attribute paint and paint over and take it to the scatter. We can do that, but I want to show you something else as well. So that's one good method. Like I'll quickly show you attribute mask. So paint a mask, you go paint a mask and then paint it wherever you want, and then you connect the mask, then you have it. Okay, so easy and peasy. All right, so we will try to do a little more procedural from the tools that we know. We will try to do a little more procedural. So what I'm going to bring is mask, of course, mask by feature, because it has a directional path, so I can click and get the directional path. Oh, it has colors, so I'll just plug it from the mountain node. Okay, so from here I'll click and then go here. Okay, so that happens sometimes. I know it, that's why. So now I can see it from here. I plug it back because that's a viewport issue, sometimes happens, and then you click here, there, and then come back to show handle, maybe it works. Okay, so now if you can plug in here, let's see what's happening. Yeah, it's spreading everywhere, right? So it's spreading everywhere, which we don't need it. We only need to the part we tells them. Okay, so combine, go to the combine and say okay, something like this. Yeah, I'm getting there, isn't it? Yeah, so now if I scatter point, I kind of have it. You have to play around. You have to play around to get something like this, or play with the maximum angle, and then let's see. Yes, somewhat like this, right? If you come up here, you can see somewhat like this, very here and there. Okay, it's same way here and there. I guess so. Okay, so if you want to have a little more unusual, or randoms, this is not called attribute noise. So in this panel, or in this tab, most of them are new, right? It's almost half of them are new. I meant to say, it wasn't there in the 17 and 16. Most of the node wasn't there. We have to manually create all of that, and now it's pretty simple. Just click in and then you get it. You get that noise. So always, like most of the attributes have as a default, it'll be CD. So we know our mask, our attribute called mask. So mask is a float. Okay, so float, and you won't be able to visible that. So to get the visible, I told you there's a visualization node, right? So visualization node, go to the visualize and type in mask. Okay, it takes everything, get more rooms. Okay, so what is happening is, here we have a noise, and in the attribute noise, it is taking from everywhere, and it's trying to give a noise. So this is what we get. So this, you see here, red, black, so it's taking the entire geometry. But how do I know that? It's like, you come up here, you can see this is the mask float is what we are looking for, and it is a point, because p point attribute. Okay, it's a point attribute, and positive value, of course, and you can see operation is add. So the noise value is added. Already there is a noise, right? In this attribute noise, there is a noise, so that is being added to the mask. Okay, so that's what you see here. So this was the mask, and it is added, the other one is added. But we can say that no, we wanted to, like maybe subtract, so it's going to subtract from both, but actually we want to multiply, right? So multiply is like, already there's the noise are here, and now it is multiplied with only the mask. So it's brighter now, it's more brighter now, and yeah, you can get that. So brightness is, there's no point of getting brightness. It's like, if you come up here, and if you change the brightness, altitude, nothing happens, because this is a color, right? But if you so you put as a multiply, then you get only the points. If you could put it as add, then see the points are all over. So go to multiply, and then go to the pattern, and you can choose whatever pattern you want, like up to you. First of all, up to you. So this is up to you, and this is like, like seeding it or element sizing it. You can do a bunch of stuff from here. Okay, so avoid all these things for now. Now only concentrate in the attribute noise. Attribute noise, like it automatically give a noise to whatever you give, whatever the attribute you have. Right now we have a mask, so mask is noising it, but not adding it, but multiplying it. And the pattern I choose wall is, I don't know, I just randomly picked it. And yeah, so that's what it is. And of course I know the scatter value is too much when compared to our scene. Look at here, it's very less. All right, so it's like it probably will be what, 20 or something. So 20, another 40, maybe 100 or 200 maximum. It won't be you know, that much. So I believe 200 is enough. All right, and so visualize, of course you can visualize anything. Like visualize is a tool where just to visualize what you are after. You know, but you might, like before there was this, there's also one way which I showed you. Here you click here and click here. There is also the way you can see it. Okay, but this is like this. Here you can adjust how you want it to look. Like you can see, you can go to the ramped one and say, okay, this is what happens. And yeah, so what is this blue value again? You can change, or you can play around just to visualizing stuff. We will be going more about this. We'll be using this again and again. So just a glimpse I'm giving visualize node. Right, we'll be using a hell a lot of times, because most of the things in Houdini are just the data. They just give you the data, and then the data, we can't see the data, right? So the data, what we're going to do is like we take that data, or other words attribute, and view it as we want, as we like, you know, like in a color way, or in a marker way, or etc etc. Okay, so I have the scatter points there, and now we're gonna build a tube with an end cap. This one, and we know that it's not gonna be that. The radius won't be that big, of course, you know. So it'll be like more of a straight, isn't it? We are like, if you look closer, there is a shape, there's a little bit of bend happening. We're gonna get there, but before that I need to introduce you some of the attributes, inbuilt attributes, to make it work. Okay, so first let's get into the problem, and then we're gonna solve it. Okay, so when you copy to a stamp, okay, so this is the geometry that I wanted to copy it to the point. So there you go. So this is what I got. So why is that happens? It's because we are in the mask view. We click that mask view, it's gone. Okay, you know, visualize view, we click that and it's gone, right? And if I click that as that and watch from here, look at it, what the heck is that? What is this, the candle lights? So it's wrong, right? So we need to change the size. First of all, we need to change the size. So we generally do it from here, isn't it? Like so far how we did, you know, we bring a transform node and change it. Okay, so I want to show you a different method. As you guys know, that, like, you know, there is point number, like, see, so this is the point position, point color, I'm viewing from the scatter node. Okay, so, and the mask, and this is point numbers, just like primitive. There's no primitive. If I come up here, I have a primitive, so primitive numbers, so this many primitive numbers. So there are inbuilt attributes called point number. Okay, so I'll type in here. So these are the inbuilt attribute for point number, ptnum. So if you want to get if you want to get a certain primitive number, then you can type in at primitive number equal to 1, then you get that. Okay, it's the same way this at primitive at point number, this one is point number, all right? So at primitive number equal to that, then you get that primitive number, right? So total number of points is like the total, the one, you know, if you have a 10 points, 10 points, then 10 will be the num, you know, num pt, and ptnum will be the one you select. Okay, so it's like 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10, kind of that. So this is if we select 1, and then if it's 10, so it will be like out of 10 numbers you selected 1, something like that. Okay, so number of pt and ptnum is very important. It's because you can use that point number to do a lot of stuff. So like an example, so this has 200 points. Okay, so this has 200, so 200 points. So if you want to delete, so I'll keep it less number, 10, so that it's easy to count. So if you want to delete based on, like right now, if you go, yeah, oh my god, okay, I'll just take that out, and I hope you can see all these points. Okay, or I'll make it background dark. Okay, so I now I think you can see it more clearly. Okay, so if you want to delete the 9, all right, so you can just say that, of course you can just type in here 9, then it's gonna delete that number 9. Okay, so here what's happening is, you can see here it's points already class, right? So that's why you don't need to type in at pt at pt equal to 9, because it is already point, so it knows that it is point, so you don't have to type it. Okay, but you can, if you come up here in the number, there is this delete pattern. So inside that, you ignore all these for now and ignore even pattern, just go to the expression. So it deleted everything first of all, and non-selected. Okay, so that I can see. So now you can see like attribute ptnum you know, equal to 9, then you see, then see it deleted, equal to 5, then it deleted, but you can see 5 here. That's because every time you delete a ptnum, it's gonna refresh and start again, like 0 to 1 and start again. So if I click, if I say you know, 4, then it's gonna delete the 4, of course. Okay, but the number will be changed again. So see, the number 4 is gone, now this new number has come, it's refreshed. Okay, so that way you can delete it. Okay, so not only equal to, but also you can type in something, you know, pt number, if pt number greater than 4, delete it. So you can see here, so this is 1, this is 6, 5, 7. Okay, so whatever is greater than 4, it's going to delete. So you can see this is greater, this is greater, this is greater, and yeah, this is greater, not that one, it's 3, this is greater, 8. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, it's gonna delete. Okay, you keep an eye on here, this area. Okay, it's gonna delete. Okay, so I will put positive, boom, all those things are gone, and the previous 4 is here. Okay, so which was there already. So that's why it's going to rearrange it, but you can delete. What my point is, you can delete, you know, based on plus, or based on equal to or greater than or less than 4, you know. So less than 4, whatever you see right now will be deleted. So you keep an eye on everything. Okay, to here. Okay, so let's see that. Yeah, see, 3 part here is gone, and they gave a new number for everything starting from 0. And what you can also do is you can say divided by num pt, so it's going to take a half of it. So whatever, there's 10 point, right? So 5 will be deleted. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, the rest 5 is deleted. Okay, so this is like half, and it took the half of it. So if you don't believe me, if you keep it 20, then there will be only 10 points. See, there's only 10 points. So expression can be applied anywhere. Even this, divided greater than and less than is also, you can use it anywhere. Like if you want to delete, there's like 200 points. This you think is too much, then you can delete. Of course you can delete by manual. This area I wanted to delete, take the points. This area I want to delete, and press delete, then it's going to delete. But I want to keep it a little more procedural, so that's why I click this one. Of course you can delete if you think that is too much. Group range, and this way also you can delete. So if you come up here, you can select, based on a range. Yeah, okay, so then you can come up here and delete the pattern, and then I go here and say delete. See, you can delete the way you want, using an expression or using a group or manual. And there are a lot of methods, even with the color, but we haven't reached that yet. What I want to show you is that just a quick intro on a point number and numpt, the use of it, and how you can delete the points or primitive based on that.